What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first live stream of fifth quarter tailgate. I'm Scott, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the current March Madness coming up, and we'll be filling out our bracket or my bracket, and we'll be doing that together. Um, First things first, just want to say hello to everybody in chat. And probably need to wrench some people here since it's first stream, but let me go ahead and do that real quick. Maybe bear with me. I got to figure this out. What's everybody drinking? I am drinking a little Four Roses small batch select. So there's one. Two. All right, that's good for now. So anyway, let's see who's in chat right now. We've got Emily Chambers is in chat. She said she couldn't stay, but she's gonna watch later. So welcome. Hey Brian Slapshot, how you doing? Ben's in the house. Sugar Kitty, how you doing? Lilith, wrench me, you bet. Sugar Kitty. And then we got the Moose, Alex, Stacy H. Hey Zach, how you doing? Zach Pettit. We got Mr. Whiskey Shits. How you doing, Adam? All right, I'm not going to be like Cheech where I say hello to everybody. So that's just not my thing. I'm going to just go right to it. So tonight we're going to just talk a little bit about the current March Madness. But first thing I want to do is I kind of want to just explain my channel and kind of how that's going to work out. It's called Fifth Quarter Tailgate, and it's going to be a whiskey channel, and but with a little bit of a twist with some sports thrown in. I kind of want to do it roundtable style, so maybe 3 or 4 people come on a stream at a time. And trust me, I will not be going to Tuesday at 8:00. That is, I know, a very coveted spot. And then I saw that Jason went live today with Mash and Journey doing their pick, and then the Bourbon Junkies are on right now, so I won't take up too much of your time. But I appreciate y'all watching, joining in on the stream, and make sure y'all are hitting that like and subscribe. That helps me out with subscribers, and that would be that'd be great. So more along the lines of the format of my channel, I'm willing to talk about any sport. I'm not just football or basketball or anything, baseball. Obviously, those are the main ones, but mainly I want to talk about whiskey, and then kind of use that as a roundtable experience. Use that, and then talk about sports. And we all have fan bases, so I want you guys to email me if you have any ideas of sports you want to see covered, or a whiskey that you want to see covered. I've got an email set up. It's pretty easy to remember, fifthquartertailgate@gmail.com. So just email if you're interested in being part of this channel and coming on and being part of our roundtable. That'd be great. So I'm just going to go ahead and start and tell you all what I'm drinking. It's Four Roses small batch select. I think I said that earlier, but It's just a solid pick, lots of fruit, lots of little bit of oak on the back palate. Very quintessential Four Roses. They use, like 6 of the 10 uh, mash bills or whatever they call them from recipes, I guess is what they call them from Four Roses. Um, yeah, it's just a real solid bourbon. And if you can find it locally, hopefully you pick up a bottle. Let's get back to the chat. Zen Boot, I'll talk about cricket. Yeah, you just as long as you know more than I do, because I know nothing about cricket. Uh, let's see. Do a little Bourbon Baller says, "How about that lawn bowling tournament?" You bet. Uh, well, what's that called? Bocce, I think. Let's see here. Forgot to put this. Sorry, working at the kinks here. Where'd that go? I don't even know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah. That behind me, Zenbood, yeah, that is a signed football. A little bit about me is I live in Nebraska and football is king out here. And so that is a signed football. The glove behind it is a signed Rocky Balboa signed by what's his name? Drawing a blank. Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and get started here, and let's work on looking at the March Madness bracket. Has anybody filled out that bracket this year for March Madness, or know any teams that rooting for any teams that you want to win March Madness? Or let me see. Let me figure out this. This one? No. Sorry, guys. Just trying to figure out the share screen thing. All right. I have a lot of respect here for Cheech and how he's able to pay attention to chat and do a stream all at the same time. But let's see. Let's go to share the screen. All right. So this is the March Madness bracket for the college basketball. And I kind of want your guys' input of who I should pick. Let's get that weirdness out of there. So the first matchup is going to be Gonzaga and I think it's Georgia State. So it's a 116 matchup, which usually the number one seed, they always win. So I think it's probably a pretty safe bet that we go with Gonzaga here. Unless everybody is like saying absolutely not. But I couldn't even tell you where Georgia State is. I know they're in Georgia, but not really sure. Let's see. All right, and then so they'll move on to the second round. The next one that will face Gonzaga is the 8-9 matchup, which is Boise versus Memphis. All right. And then Nashville says never go against Gonzaga. I think you're probably right. They're in California, I believe. Nashville, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see. Who thinks I should go with Boise over Memphis? Memphis, got one from Memphis. All right. I don't know, man. Memphis is always in it, so they are a pretty good, solid basketball team. I'm thinking they might have a pretty good shot against Boise. All right. I think I'm going to go Memphis. I think Nashville's right here. Maybe. Okay, there it goes. And let's go down here to UConn and New Mexico State University. Now here's the challenge, because I know the 5-12 matchups are usually pretty close matchups. And I don't know. UConn, they've always usually been a basketball school, if I can recall. So they got that going for them. And the Husky, that's a pretty cool mascot. I might go with that. Oh, looks like I don't know. I got somebody on the back. I don't know if they want to come in or just give me a thumbs down if they want to. Okay, I'm getting a hold on symbol. No worries. All right. Let's see. So I'm thinking UConn being a basketball school, they probably are pretty, they've been there before. They know how to run the tournament. I'm thinking I'm not going to go with the upset quite yet. So I'm going to go with UConn. And Perry, just give me a thumbs up when you're ready if you want to come in. All right. And here we want to welcome in Perry.
What's up, everybody?
You clearly have way more energy than I do, Perry.
I'm here for the party, man. Here's the thing. I am what I am essentially feeling is like I'm breathing my last few breaths before I get sick. Like I have that oncoming feeling of like my throat's starting to hurt. I'm starting to have more drainage and everything. And like I am giving all of the energy I have left to hang out with you and to edit tomorrow's podcast. So you got it, baby. I'm here.
It's good. So, Perry, I think most people know who you are in chat, but you want to explain who you are and where you're from and what your channel is?
Yeah, so I'm Perry. I am the host of This Is My Bourbon podcast. Excuse me. I'm out of Lexington, Kentucky. I've been running for about 4.5 years, and you can find all of our stuff if you just search for This Is My Bourbon podcast. YouTube, you can search for it on the podcast apps that you listen to podcasts through. You can follow us at My Bourbon Pod on all social media stuff, and you can support the show at patreon.com/MyBourbonPodcast. So all sorts of good stuff. But first and foremost, if you have not yet subscribed here at Fifth Quarter Tailgate, you need to do that. Also, what's up, everybody in the chat? Good to see you guys. Stacy, Pinch Hitter, Bourbon.
You
guys are the real
That's
MVP.
the thing right now. I've got to get used to reading chat and doing something. Like there's so much going on right now. I don't even know.
Yeah,
but I'll get it. It'll get easier, I think. But appreciate you coming on and
Yeah,
helping me.
man,
If
absolutely.
I had any technical difficulties, I knew you were going to be in the background helping me out maybe a little bit.
You're sounding good. It's looking good. I think that I think you're on the right track, my friend.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, so Perry, you're in Kentucky. Like Kentucky
Yes.
basketball is a big thing out there. Or do you get involved too much with the Kentucky?
So I will be the first to say um, that I have not been to a Kentucky basketball game in person since I was probably I think since I was about 18 when they were hosting the it was the SEC tournament, I think, here in Lexington. Um, and the thing is though, like, despite the fact that I don't go to many games, I still try to keep up with it because I mean it's very important and personal to everybody, at least who is in Lexington, to keep up with our team through highs and lows and whatnot. And I don't know. I've been really kind of like this season has been so weird because we've shown how great. Not we. I don't play for the team, but the team has shown how great they can be when they're actually communicating with each other and interested in what everybody else is doing, and they've got that like familial aspect that the 2012 championship team had with John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins, and but the thing is, like, that team was such a powerhouse, and it was almost like it was so effortless for everything that they did. But this team, I don't know. I think that like they're constantly trying to be something else and they're not actually playing to their strengths and reading, I think that their ability to read defense is getting better, but it's one of the more difficult things that I think they've been struggling with since really since getting into the second half of the season. But they're picking up a little bit. It's a bunch of young players. I'm sure a bunch of them are going to wind up being one and done, as they have been over the past few years. But
see, that's the thing about basketball, because that they only have to go 1 year and they can leave. They can go pro.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it, but I think just kind of as sports fans in general, we like to see consistency and we like to see, growth, especially within, particular teams and camaraderie growing over years and years. But it's understandable that these kids want kids. Jeez Louise. I'm only 10 years older than
we're getting
the guys
old,
who are.
Barry.
But see, that's the thing is like, I always have this mindset, and this is not really sports related, but I always kind of looked at the guys who were playing sports as like older than I am. Mm-hmm. And even still with like freshmen in college, I look at them and I'm like, man, these kids, like, they just look so old. I don't know what it is. Like it's a very fine, and maybe it's a, testosterone thing that they've, I don't know. This is a weird conversation to be having on your first live stream, Scott. But regardless, yeah, it's weird. But to out loud call them these kids is, I kind of hate myself for doing that, in all honesty. But anyway,
no, like you and I have a lot of parallels because you live in Lexington. It's a college town, run by the college.
Mm-hmm.
The university sports are king there. Like,
oh yeah.
Look, growing up in Lincoln, Nebraska, like we have football and we have the Huskers, and that football has sucked for the last like probably good 20 years. But
yeah, and I mean, thankfully, Kentucky's been slowly getting better and better. Some of us call them grandkids. I'm not quite there yet, but that's really funny. But Kentucky had such a fantastic football season in 2011, but just hoping it keeps continuing in that capacity.
But yeah,
so anyway.
And the thing about Nebraska is, in my 35 years of living here, we have never had a good basketball team. Like, literally, they are a joke. Like, We
Right.
won 7 games this year, and they
Mm.
almost fired
Good.
their coach
Yeah.
until he decided that he wanted to take a pay cut. Like it's just not. It's not a college team. We are. Let's be real. There's. I know Zach Pettit has this shirt that says Nebraska, the best volleyball school on the planet, or something like that, because that's where we're good. We play really good volleyball, and we have a really good volleyball team.
What can I say? We've got a good volleyball team, and
That's
they
that's
play
it.
volleyball real well.
Yeah. So we actually got to the national championship last year, and we ended
Dude, that's
up playing.
incredible, though.
We ended up playing Louisville in the
Really?
national, and Louisville beat us.
Ah,
So what's funny though is that volleyball, Louisville head coach used to play for Nebraska. She's got
really?
we have a lot of this one coach who's been there for years. He's got so many players that have been, on like just that coaching tree. They've been players and they go coach, and then
Yeah.
they go to these major programs and win championships. And
Ugh.
so it's a pretty good little school there. And that it's kind of like we kind of call it the Bill Belichick of coaching trees for volleyball, because it's like this guy. I mean, but anyway, let's get back to this little
Yeah.
thing here. We're down over here with Arkansas versus Vermont. I think that is. Like, can we just get like real names, not VRMNT? Like, I know that's not gonna fit, but
That could be vermin.
it could be. The
Varmint.
varmints. The varmints.
There we go. Not vermin.
Varmints. Okay. No, I think it's probably. Hey, Bobby, how you doing?
What's up, Bobby?
I like Trev a lot, and we're gonna go with he lives in Arkansas, so I think you can't go against the Reverend Wrench, right? And
There you go.
team. So I think we're gonna go with Arkansas here.
These are always, and this is nothing new, but like the middle of the bracket is always the games that I'm most excited about.
Yeah, because these are the games where like it could be like a 12-5 matchup, and the number 5 matchup gets beat by like 20 points.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, let's see here. Nick Froman says, "Don't sleep on New Mexico State. They may beat." I don't know.
We're gonna see.
UConn, man, they're such a basketball school, though, right? I don't know. I can't. Not this time, maybe. All right, we got Alabama versus Rutgers and Notre Dame. So I know Bama is a really good football school, but I haven't really heard about the basketball team a lot.
Yeah.
I think maybe this one, Butler or Notre Dame. They haven't played yet. They're playing tonight, I think. They're a play-in game. I don't know. Something's telling me.
You think the play-in's going to be the winner?
I think there's always that one weird play-in that like gets in.
Bama's been so up and down this season that I think that they could wind up, really choking under the pressure when it got down to it.
How many of you guys think I should go with the upset play-in game in chat?
I mean, I'm saying go upset.
Yeah, I'm thinking upset. Pick the Irish. There we go, Stacy. I like it. I like your stuff. I hope it's not Rutgers, because I've seen Rutgers play against Nebraska, and it was not good.
Eric does bring up a good point, though. The SEC is really hot right now.
It's true. But can they be good at multiple sports? Like, they're really good at football. Are they that good at? I don't know. No, I'm going against the Irish. It's March. I'm going for them. All right.
There you go.
So Texas and I think this is Montana State. I have some cut. It's Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Texas Tech. I have a story about Montana State. My family lives up there. It's up in Bozeman, Montana. If you ever get a chance to go up there, it's friggin' amazing.
That's what
Like
everybody
mountains,
says.
but the mountains are beautiful. You're like an hour away from Yellowstone National Park, so you can go
Right.
down there for the day. Oh, it's just
Paradise
gorgeous
Valley.
gorgeous place be, but they're not going in. They're not going to win. They're just not. Let's just be real. All right. See in chat, everybody. Let's say hello to. Let's see. Anybody I'm missing? Oh, Prescription Bourbon's in the house. How you doing? Yeah. Nick Proman's got it. Montana State's good, but Texas Tech wins.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right. So Michigan State against Davison. Davison has been pretty good, like one of the spoilers, right? In previous years, like
Yeah.
and I
From what
think
I've seen of Michigan State though this year, I mean I've been pretty impressed at least with their offense.
that's true.
So
Those Big Ten teams. This is why Nebraska is terrible because we play, Michigan State, Ohio State. Hey, who we beat? I'm just going to throw that out there. They were, we had nothing to lose, and our coach literally like the day after or the day before that had like restructured his contract down like $1 million, which that's a whole different conversation of why that guy was getting paid more than $1 million. Like, I mean, I don't know. He was an old Chicago Bulls coach that came, but before then he coached for Iowa State, I believe. Fred Hoiberg. So, all right, yeah, I'm going green here. I'm going Michigan State. I think
there you go.
Big Ten's going to do well. And then here's where I piss off all of Kentucky.
you think Duke's
and
gonna win?
And I picked Duke against Cal State.
I don't like for me. It's not a matter of like who I want to win. It's who's gonna win. Do I want to see Duke succeed? No, of course not. Who in Kentucky wants to see Duke succeed?
Nobody does, but this is Krzyzewski's last year, right? Like, wouldn't it be kind of nice to see him
I guess that's a good
make
point.
a little bit of run?
Yeah,
he's a good coach.
I love it. I love a good story. So
but like, I don't know if I don't know when Kentucky would match up against him, but like they could totally beat him in the finals. But let's get to the Final Four, maybe.
Yeah, at least. All
right, so let's go back up to the second round of that.
Well, Scott, I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off. So
you're going to hop off. All right,
I'm going to head back to editing, but I'm going to be in the chat throughout the night and check in on you, make sure everything's all good. But
appreciate
you guys haven't. Yeah, man, absolutely. And again, if you guys haven't subscribed, go do it. Scott, talk to you later, buddy.
All right, thanks.
Take it easy. Have a good night.
All right. Peace. Yep. All righty, everybody. Let's go back to this Sweet 16 matchup. Or I guess it's second round, so it's 32. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Gonzaga here. I think they're gonna be a really good team this year. They may make it all the way to the championship. I don't know. And then, here we got this Arkansas UConn matchup. I think that'll be a good one. But I think here's where Trev the Bourbon Wrench's luck runs out, and I think UConn wins that one. All right. What? Let's see here. I'm gonna pour something else. Get something in the glass. So you know what? Why don't we go with a pretty good pour here? Let's go with the Knob Creek 12-year cast strength. If you're sipping on anything, why don't you let me know in chat? And then always remember, keep hydrated. As Kilco would say, hydration is key. Mhm. All right. Well, of course, I've got a personal favorite of Adriana's there, and Whiskey Mount or Adam's drinking a little Knob Creek 12, just the regular. Let's see. Sam Bood's gonna get some water. Good for you. Ooh. Pinhook, tis rye time. Prescription bourbon. I don't know if I've had that. I know it's around here, but I just haven't caught it. All right, pinch hitter whiskey is telling me Baylor over Norfolk for sure. Marquette over UNC. That's a tough one. All right. Okay, so let's get back to filling out this bracket real quick. I'm gonna say the luck of the Irish runs out and Texas Tech wins. Sorry, Stacy, but it's just not in the cards this time. And then, as much as I want to have that storyline of Duke getting into the, further with Mike Krzyzewski, I think this might be the last game he ever coaches. So I'm going to go with Michigan State. Probably going to be totally wrong on that one, but hey, wasn't it like almost like 99.9 like 10 times brackets get busted within the first 2 weeks or something. So yeah, I just for some reason Duke, just the way they played in the last game, I don't think this may not be this year. All right, and then we'll go to the Elite Eight here picks or Sweet 16, I guess. I'm liking Gonzaga, and then I don't know, something about that Michigan State. I don't know. I'm gonna pick them. They're green, so green's March, right? And then for my Elite Eight pick, I got to pick Gonzaga. That number 1 seed, they're pretty good usually. So anyway, so I was already drinking it earlier, but I planned on saying like my final 4 are bourbons. So let's talk a little bit more about whiskey. And that for that bracket, I think that in this Four Roses small batch select, it's definitely in that list. So that's my first of the final 4 bourbons. Not necessarily saying that those are the 4, these will be the 4 best, but I just looked at my list and I was like, these are solid bourbons that are pretty good. So how are we looking at time? Oh, that's not too bad. All right, and now we've got down in the East bracket. I'm gonna go. We're gonna go rapid fire on this one because these picks. Who cares? I'm gonna go Baylor because they're number 1 seed. They're probably gonna do it. UNC versus Marquette. North Carolina's good. I don't know. Marquette's also known quantity in basketball, but I think you got to go UNC here. This got another one of those play-in games with St. Mary's, and I just don't think Wyoming or Indiana. I think that's Indiana University. I don't think they've got it, so I'm going to go with St. Mary's on this one anyway. Let's see. I'm going to go with this UCLA and Akron. UCLA, I don't know. I haven't really watched them play, but I'm thinking they've always been pretty good, so I'll probably pick them. Let's see. Texas, Virginia Tech. As a Husker fan, Nebraska fan, there's no way I can pick Texas. They are old arch rivals. So I gotta go. I gotta go Virginia Tech here. And then Purdue versus Yale. I don't know. Smart guys at Yale, but maybe they're a little too preoccupied with sports. I don't know. I'm gonna go Purdue. Let's see. Did I pick a 12 seed? I don't think I have yet. No, I didn't pick that 12 seed. Let's see here. All right. This one, I have no idea. I think it's Murray State in San Francisco. It's Adriana says never root Ivy League. Fair enough. I don't know what goes with Chicken Dude is, but let's see here. So I'm gonna go. I don't know. I'm a coin flip this one. Whoever first one. Nick Proman says Murray State. I'm going Murray State. And then of course, I mean, can't be a bourbon channel or whiskey channel. Let me try to fix that, Adriana. You're saying my mic goes in and out. I've had some issues with that, and I've been trying to fix that. So, that's kind of what this first stream is about, to kind of figure out what my mic issues are, and so I appreciate you saying that. And I was looking at a lot of people's channels first episode, first live stream, and some of them are pretty rough. So mine can join that club, I guess, right? Anyway, so being a whiskey channel, there's no way I can go against Kentucky here. So let's go Kentucky. Yeah. What's going on? We got Mr. Bourbon Wrench himself. I was talking about you earlier, and we were talking about Arkansas. It doesn't look good for your Razorbacks. Maybe I'll just get a little closer to the mic. Tell me if that helps. So anyway. All right. So in the second round, let's go. You know what? Let's have our first upset. I'm going to go North Carolina over Baylor. Probably going to regret that, but I think that should be a good one. These 4 or 5 matchups are pretty good too. So I'm going to have to go UCLA on that one, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You are right. I haven't wrenched Mr. The wrench himself, right? Maybe I need to do that. I'm going to figure out what. I can't figure that out. I'll do it later. I'm sorry. How about there it is. Now the wrench has been wrenched. So there you go. All right, let's go back here. Virginia Tech versus Purdue. I gotta go Big Ten here. I think they're gonna win. Do pretty well. And then of course can't go against Kentucky yet. All right. So right now we've got looks like a 2-3 and an 8-4 matchup. That's kind of a bit of a That 8-4 matchups could be a little different. I'm thinking UNC might North Carolina. They may take a run at it this year. They also could get beat in the first round. Who knows? Let's see. So over here in Purdue versus Kentucky. Well, Big Ten. I think you might. Big Ten and Purdue. I think your luck ran out. So we're gonna go Kentucky here. All right. And then I'm just gonna like randomly kind of go through this one over here. For my second pick, what was obviously I already said it. The second of the final four. We're gonna go with the Knob Creek 12. And then let's see here. I gotta go Arizona because those 116 matchups that they rarely ever end up in an upset. And then I'm thinking Seton Hall and TCU. I think I gotta go. Let's go TCU on that one. And then, how am I doing so far? Is there any things out? Teams that you're like, no, never got to change that. You're totally wrong. I probably am, but you know what? Somebody said something about a 5-12 matchup. You need there's usually an upset in the 5-12s. You know what? Everybody needs a Cinderella story. Let's make it University of Alabama, Birmingham. And then we got it's like Illinois and Chattanooga. I gotta go Illinois here. Big Ten team. They're always pretty good. And then I think I've never heard the end of it from Joseph Brazo if I didn't pick Michigan. So I'll pick Michigan here. Let's see. Tennessee, I don't even know what Elwood is. So I'm going to go Tennessee. Here's that Ohio State, man. I don't know. Nebraska beat them. We're not a good thing. We're not a good team. So Loyola Chicago, they're like a Jesuit Catholic school in Chicago. So you never go against God, right? I think so. You might get lightning bolt struck down. So I'm gonna go with them in the upset. And then we got Villanova and Delaware. Let's see. Probably go Nova. They're number 2 seed. So, and then we got Arizona. I'm gonna pick them number 1 seed. I go Illinois here. And then Michigan, Tennessee. That could be a good one. I'm gonna go Michigan. I don't know. I don't know if Tennessee's got it this year. And then Villanova versus Loyola. I think Villanova. They seem to always be in the Final Four. Are pretty good. So we're gonna go with them. We got Arizona, Illinois. Maybe number 1 seed needs to go down in the Sweet 16. Let's have Illinois go through. And then we could easily make this Elite 8 a Big Ten matchup, but I don't think Michigan's got it. And then between Illinois and Nova, Probably gonna go Nova. All right. Now Midwest. This is kind of my area, but like they got San Diego State. That's nowhere near where I live. So these brackets are weird. They got like they're supposed to be like East, Northeast, Midwest. You know, but they have all these teams from different areas. But I don't know. I don't know how they do these seedings, but let's see. I'm gonna go Kansas because KU. You can't go against KU. Ooh, this one. This San Diego State and Creighton matchup. Creighton is not that far away from me, and kind of our University of Nebraska's arch rival. I gotta go. I gotta go Creighton here. I think they're gonna do well. And then let's see here. Iowa and Richmond. I think not a big fan of Iowa. They're kind of our rivals too, Nebraska, but they did win the Big 12 or Big 10, so I got to go with them there. So I don't know. South Dakota State and Providence. I don't know too much about South Dakota State, even though they're not too far away from me. But I definitely know that Providence has had good basketball schools in a while. So I'm gonna go with Providence here. And then Iowa State, LSU. Iowa State's been good in the past, but I just don't know if they got it. So I'm gonna go LSU. SEC. They're pretty good sports conference. So, and then I don't even know what GATE is. Anybody know what GATE is? Can you tell me that? It's probably not like it's gonna matter, but you never know. There's always that Cinderella story, right? So I'm gonna go Wisconsin. And then I'm gonna speed this up. I'm gonna go. I know I keep saying that. I gotta go USC and Auburn, and then Creighton. Whenever I root for them to win, even though they're close, they always let me down. So I'm gonna root for Kansas here. Iowa versus Providence. I hate Iowa, so no, they're losing. Let's see here. Wisconsin, LSU. That'd be a good one. Not a big fan of Wisconsin. They might get it this year. USC, Auburn. Let's go with USC. And then I'll go Wisconsin here. And I don't know. Kansas, maybe. They seem to get there. And then so Elite Eight, I'm gonna go Kentucky and Kansas. So that leads us down to the Final Four of Gonzaga versus University of Kentucky and Nova versus Kansas. They're both 1-2 matchups. I don't know. Is it Kentucky's year? Does Kentucky win it? I'm going to go Kentucky here. Go out on a limb. And I'm going to go Kansas here. I think that's going to be our final championship game. So, what does everybody think of my championship game? Does it suck? I have no idea what I'm talking about. Zach Pettit, I see that you say that Iowa is the hottest team in the country. You know, but come on, man, we're Husker fans. We can't root for Iowa. Like, they may be good, but we got to root for them to lose. So anyway, well, let's see. Who do I think is going to win between Kansas and University of Kentucky? Well, it wouldn't be a whiskey stream if yeah, the old, as prescription bourbon says, it's the UK versus KU. It's the mirror game. We'll call that. I don't know, man. It wouldn't be a bourbon channel if I didn't root for Kentucky. So, Kentucky, you are my pick to win the national championship this year. All right. And then whatever the tiebreaker is, I don't even know. Throw out some scores, people. I don't know. What do you think the score of the game will be? Yeah. I've had Kansas whiskey, Adriana. You don't want it. It's tastes like corn, just like straight corn whiskey. Zach, Zach roots for his bank account above else. I get that. 87 to 74. All right. I think that's a good one. I think so we're gonna go 87, maybe. There we go. Little lag to 74 and finish our bracket. All right. So we've completed our bracket. Oh, what is going on? Of course, that would happen. Says error. Complete bracket not completed. What did we? Well, it says 98%. What did I not do right? Oh boy. I don't know. Cool. Well, that was a lot. That was fun. Oh, yeah. Well, let me see. Let me try it again. Bracket is not completed yet. I don't know what I'm not doing right, but awesome. Huh. Anyway, I might drink a little bit more of this Knob Creek Cast Strength 12 here. And then, oh, I forgot to tell you my other two Final Four bourbons. We got to go with Maker's Mark. Let's see here. How's that work? I don't know. Let me stop sharing so you can see me big. There we go. So we got the Maker's Cast Strength. This is from a couple years ago. It's an okay batch. I prefer the newer batches, but oh, did I forget a game? That's probably what I did. Texas Tech. Who knows? Whatever. And then for my other Final Four, you got to go. I feel like you got to go with an Old Forester batch. This one is the 1920. I don't know why it's really bright. There we go. You can kind of see it there. So you got the 1920. I like that one. I know a lot of people pick the 1910 over the 1920. I just think that the 1920 has a lot more depth. So anyway, oh, I got one more pick here because there's always a Cinderella story. There should always be a Cinderella story in bourbon, right? So my Cinderella story in bourbon has been Penelope bourbon. This, if you haven't had this yet, go out, find a bottle. Absolutely, some of the best bourbons you're gonna find. They're doing finishing stuff. They're doing the Toasted series from them is really good. They're doing like bunch of private selects. You know, I really like for a kind of a newer bourbon company, or I guess they're a blending company, because it's all MGP stuff. But what they're doing with the blending is way better. We're getting some 1920s over 1910s. We got 1910 over 1920. I don't know. I think I don't know. So anyway, I just want to thank you all for joining in my first live stream, and I was just going to let you all know that Tuesdays are not going to be my day. I'm probably looking at either Monday after the Shelfs Herds, or I don't know. I'll pick another day, but tentatively probably that starting in April. I think it's April 4th. So just want to thank you all for coming, and remember, with whiskey, there are always winners.